before they found or rediscovered the Philippines. So when the Philippines was discovered, the Spaniards came, but they were so scared to stay in the Philippines because all the Muslims, we were all Muslims, were still trying to kill all the Spaniards they meet. So what they did, they shipped all the Mexicans from Acapulco and made them the governor, the mayor of Cebu, of Iligan and all that, and Manila. So only recently have we found out that the original governor, gobernador, and mayors of the Philippines were Mexicans. And that's why we were famous for the Acapulco-Manila trade. Because the ship from Spain would take 6 months to sail via Indian Ocean to reach the Philippines. And they would get all our herbs and gold and then go back to Spain. But then they found out that if you sail towards the Atlantic, you enter the Straits of Florida into the Gulf of Mexico, they will enter the thinnest part of Mexico, which is Veracruz. From Veracruz, they offloaded all the cargoes by horse-drawn to Acapulco, which is just maybe 2 hours by horse, and then boarded all the cargoes by ship, and it only took 2 weeks to arrive Manila. But then, because of that trade, a lot of Mexicans boarded the ship illegally and hid in Manila when they got there. And at the same time, Filipinos did exactly the same. They boarded the galleon, and when they got to Acapulco, they were gone. They were the first TNT, o tago ng mga Pilipino. And indeed, that's a true story. That's how we got the Acapulco trade. But that's where we got the Barong Tagalog, the Guyabera. When it got to the Philippines, the cotton was too hot and thick. So they decided to weave something, the Filipinos, ingenious. They wove it with the banana, you know, the banana leaves and the pineapple. They pounded it, they dried it and weave it, and came the husi. I'm wearing a husi, but the design is modern. Normally it's heavily embroidered. So ladies and gentlemen, you have learned something here from me today. So thank you very much. We hope you enjoy the fashion show. Now, and here, another 2 ladies who came late. And we got
that's
Wendy
wrong.
and Beth, please.
You forgot them.
This is now another Alfonso Boy Ginoo creation of a modern Maria Clara wearing the Manton de Manila. The Manton de Manila later became a part of the dress. And here, the 2 ladies are showing a creation, 2-piece dress, ball gown, petticoat, and wearing the Manton. When the Spaniards came to the Philippines, they only had the show, plain. But then the Filipinos, ingenious, they started embroidering the Manton and brought it back to Madrid. When I was in Spain 2 years ago, I was explaining I wanted to buy a Manton fully embroidered. They couldn't understand me, so they said, "Are you talking about Manton de Manila?" I said, "Why do you call it Manton de Manila?" Because it was from China, it was brought to the Philippines, embroidered in the Philippines, and brought back to Spain, and it's called Manton de Manila. So when you're in Spain, you look for Manton de Manila.